What's next? Dragon's Mist. Oh,
I like how the dragon is doing the sound too.
Hey, what the hell? Who's this man crashing our party with that sort of British accent?
Yeah.
British? What you talking about?
And then we have a millennial on her phone. Here.
A millennial on her phone. Hey, Hollywood.
Am I back? Is it me? Are you guys talking to me?
Yeah.
Am I already back?
You're back. You're back with a vengeance. Hey, but this gentleman here, who we got here? I think is that Gary Furlong?
Me? It's Gary Furlong. Wait.
Oh!
Not to be confused with Edward Furlong.
No, the poor dude.
Oh man.
That
poor guy. They replaced him with
Furlong.
a digital version of him.
But he was still in the movie, damn it.
Yeah, he was still
Oh.
Gary Furlong, narrator. Also Annie Ellicott, narrator.
Did Edward Furlong bite the bucket? Kick it?
No, he did
He
not
played
bite
John
the bucket.
Connor in
He
Terminator
just-
2.
Why can't I ever get the sayings right?
I
Bite the
prefer
butt.
you don't.
Bite the.
Did
the
he
crockett?
chew the
He
pail?
kicked the...
Bite the bucket.
all accounts.
bite the
and
bucket.
papers.
Hey, yeah. So we're all here. We got Gary Furlong. We got Annie Ellicott. We got Jeff Hayes. We got myself. We're gonna do a little requests only, and that Dragon's Mist that you saw over here now is Jeff. Is what we're gonna be reading. There it is.
There it is.
And it's a dragon surrounding the world. So has everybody got their scripts?
Ooh, yes.
I have my
Beautiful.
script.
I got
have
my
a
script.
Oh,
You got a script?
shit.
Does it say
What's
Dragon's
happening
Mist at
right
the
now?
top?
Annie.
Oh, mother.
I did email it to you.
It
While
has
she
been-
is searching for her script, I will read from my script that I already have prepared.
Mm.
And we're
How
going to cast
conventional.
this motherfucker right now.
Let's do it.
So, we have a description here of the script. The quest, Awake the Slumbersome, has led Connor and his party to Fangthane Forest in search of the wood sprite Rumbolovo. Rumbolovo. Yes, Rumbolovo. Yeah, we're
Yes.
gonna
No matter what mood
definitely
you're
say
in.
his
Every
name
time
like
that comes
every
up.
single time. That's part of the
How you
game.
doing?
So,
Right.
Jeff, when would you say you sent this to me? Like 2 weeks ago or like today?
I'll do it
Like,
right
what's
now
today?
while Jeff is reading.
A few days ago.
Continue, Jeff. Continue.
So, yes, Rombolovo. While camping for the night, Connor began learning how to control his magic, but too much wine led to a few too many trees getting singed and burned. With hangovers pounding, they
All the
continue
trees.
their journey. All right, so we all get to be
Absolute
hungover and
bollocks.
everything. We get to say Rombolovo a lot.
Just throw
And
it in.
let's see what
even when it's not
who our
written down.
characters are. So we have Borg, Hagrid type. So I think we already have
Gary.
a cast here.
Yep.
Gary, huge,
We'll
deep,
do it.
booming voice, male.
I'll try be
Okay.
deep.
All right, do it deep, yeah. Dolores, elf, middle-aged, middle-aged
Middle-aged
for an elf
for an
female.
elf.
So she's like
For an
7,000
elf.
years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Annie,
Dolores.
if you want to pretend like she's 7,000 in human years, that would be
Yeah.
that would
What's
be
her
fun.
name?
Her name's
Dolores.
Dolores.
Umbridge.
Dolores. And Justin, did you say you are sending me a?
It's in
Yeah.
the Discord.
Check the
Oh, it's in
Discord.
Discord.
Yeah, I was gonna email it to you, but then I said no, switching it
Check
up.
your Discord.
Jazz.
It's on the
Switching it
internet that you
up.
millennials like
Here
to
we are
use.
now.
Yes. Annie,
Like
you also
flavor.
will have Yosaku. Oh wait, hold on. We have 4 females here, so I'll take the other 2 females.
That's probably a good idea.
So we have Yosaku, Japanese, deadly swordswoman. Do you want that one? Hold on. I'll give you the whole menu.
Yosaku.
Sam, 20-something cool USA female.
USA female.
That doesn't sound like that's even
good.
possible.
that's gonna be a stretch.
A
You can do
cool
it.
American female who's 20 years old? That doesn't sound possible to me.
We ran out of those
just
in the
kidding.
80s.
And he's the coolest. We all
And
know
the
that.
italics.
I mean, look at
are-
me. I'm cool and I'm 20. Pretty
Yeah.
sure I'm 20.
Okay. And then all the italics are pixies whispering.
Aww.
So-
well, you know what I want? You know I want the whispering pixies. You already know that.
Okay, so you want the whispering pixies. Do you want Dolores, Yosaku, or Sam, the cool 20-something?
No, I think you should definitely take the cool 20-something.
Yeah, you
Okay.
got to. That role was written for
alright.
you, Jeff.
I want
Yeah.
Dolores.
Yeah.
I
You want
don't.
Dolores. All right,
I
so
want
you
you,
get Dolores
Dolores.
and the pixies.
Okay.
Sounds like a band.
This is funny. but
Dolores
I
and the
don't-
Pixies.
I don't know where you guys are. Like I don't know how to. Oh, there
Hey,
you
we're
are.
Dolores and the Pixies. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Dolores and the Pixies.
My back's
That's the cool
killing me.
20-something.
Right.
Ironically, that's who you will find in America. That is a cool 20-year-old. She is the lead singer of the band Dolores and the Pixies.
Right. Who
All right,
cosplays.
Cool.
Are we ready to do
Eric
this? What about
Simmons
Connor?
Asks me to use Snack's voice for one. Okay, so I'll use. I'll be Snack. Hey, you know what? Snack could be a cool 20-something American.
Yeah, why not?
So we'll do it.
Didn't
All right.
say 20-something what? Other than American.
Well, no.
Okay.
USA
and,
female. Didn't say.
USA
didn't say
female human? No.
species. No. It doesn't.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
and what about Connor? We got Connor, 20-something USA male. That's me. Okay. And then
Yeah.
you take a narration.
I'll narrate.
Beauty.
All right.
And-
Starting off with Hagrid.
Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. We're live.
It's around here somewhere.
Borg scratched his head. The forest had changed as they traveled more deeply into it. Mighty redwood trees now towered above them, dwarfing the undergrowth and cushioning the forest's floor with their discarded, rich and ruddy bark and long needles. "It's like being a midget," Yosaku whispered, her mouth sagging with disbelief. Though the trees grew thickly, the canopy wasn't dense, and sunlight flooded through. It warmed Connor's bones. The trees spoke to him, reminding him how insignificant he was. Sure, his magic had tumbled smaller trees, but its power would be feeble against these kings of the forest. He'd spent the morning recharging his power. His darker energy was empty after his night's exertions. He wanted to practice, to control his newfound power. Dolores was right. It was an ace up his sleeve, a monumental advantage, and one he'd hide away and try to disguise. He would only use it in dire circumstances. His intention was more an ambition than a plan. He'd learn to control his power's force first, and then he'd make it invisible. Connor wanted to strip out the flare, the boast, from his magic and use it as an unseen wind. It could be a horror his enemy wouldn't see coming, a power that would eliminate them before they could even flinch. He wanted to nurture it so that he could not only control his power, but also magnify it in 100 or 1,000 times if needed. The land had given him it for a purpose. He was positive the lesser men had a hand in it, and he was also certain it was another piece in the puzzle that was his path to victory.
It's
You got
me?
something
Wait.
to say, Dolores?
Oh, I got confused because I made a story in my head about how Dolores was the 20-year-old with the band. That's
Wrong!
This story isn't about that at all.
Have you tried looking up?
Dolores asked.
Up?
Borg boomed.
Why would I look up?
Because Rombolovo may well live in the forest's canopy. He's a forester, after all.
Up there?
Borg craned his head.
Why would he want to live up there?
Why not? Do you see him as a big, bearded lumberjack type man?
Well, he's a forester, isn't he? I dabble in cities, towns, and villages, not empty woodland.
Borg proclaimed. Connor agreed with Borg's vision of the woodsman. It was his impression, too. Dolores huffed.
Give me a wooden glade over a filthy back alley every time. A forester is charged with looking after the forest, and given the majesty of these ancient trunks, don't you think a human form would be least suited to getting around?
What exactly is Rumbolovo?
Borg asked suspiciously.
A sort of wood sprite.
Dolores told him.
And sprites can fly up and down or along the forest floor much, much faster than a lumbering human. They also live
She pointed upward.
up there.
Probably why I've never met him.
Borg grumbled. Dolores rode off.
This is going to be so much fun!
They galloped for a few minutes before she dismounted and let her horse roam free. Carved in the trunk of a great red, a spiral staircase wound up and up and up. Borg craned his head as he followed it.
I suppose I could make camp and wait down here for you.
Dolores feigned a smile.
Don't worry, we won't be staying. Connor merely has to introduce himself, then we can get on.
That's it?
It's what the quest asked, though no doubt Rumbolovo will want to escort us to the crease. Now, up we go, all of us. Disrespect a sprite, and it could be the end of our travels in this place.
Dolores began the long hike up. Yosaku and Connor followed, and Borg grumbled along behind. The tree was as tall as it looked, and the stairs were narrow. Connor marched upward, sweating from the hangover that clung to his body like a bad smell. He was sure if he drank any more water, he'd puke. At first, he'd thought the steps had been carved from the tree, but they actually flowed from it. The rings of its age were plain to see, and a varnish of its hardened sap protected the rich wood. As they climbed, little paths led off the main one that spiraled up to tiny doors or balconies. When they came to the lower branches, they found living benches and tables, all formed from the tree's wood. Borg slumped down on the first seat that fit him. He brought out his water bottle and pipe.
It's a tall climb for just a small mate.
He grouched.
Perhaps you shouldn't drink so much wine.
Dolores scolded.
You're not as young as you used to be.
Oh. You know, he
Oh,
puffed on
sorry.
his
No,
pipe.
sorry.
Had
He
to
puffed
puff
on his pipe. That's my fault.
A completely daft statement, as none of us are young. Besides, if we go to the lowlands, I'll need my drinking boots seasoned and ready. There'll be no hiding down there.
What's it like?
Connor asked.
You keep alluding to it being rough and ready, but what's it really like?
Borg grunted.
Portsmouth is next to the sea. All towns that face water are strange. It's like its folk are tinged with a special kind of madness. It's rowdy, it's decadent, and superfluous and deep at the same time.
Huh. All right.
I've heard the sea heaves and sighs, that it's in constant motion like breeze-blown leaves in a confused wind.
Borg cocked his head.
You never been to the coast?
Dolores shook her head.
I've lived my life surrounded by green and wanted for nothing more. Had you not come, I doubt I'd have left my little vale, and I doubt I would be missed much.
You were content doing nothing?
Borg chided.
I was content living. Some of us don't strive for a better life.
Mischief filled his eyes.
But you did come, didn't you? Something pricked your interest.
Both turned to Connor, who barely listened. He drifted away from the world again, concentrating on the rise and fall of his dark energy, wondering what bargain he'd have to strike to make it obey his will. Dolores nodded slowly.
Something tells me he'll need all the help we can give him.
Who will?
Connor pulled himself back from his depths.
Doesn't matter.
Dolores said.
Shall we?
Yosaku was already on her feet. This sprite, what is it? About an inch high, little wings, that sort of thing? Dolores cocked her head.
Not quite. Put your pipe out, Borg. You know how much wood sprites hate fire.
She turned to Connor.
And smarten yourself up a bit. That old drow gear is nothing but tattered rags. That old drow gear is nothing but tattered rags. It's good you don't rely on it for too much defense. Its influencers are waning now. You need something more regal, something more assertive.
I think that's Connor.
Oh. I think Yosaku had a question, but then...
Oh, did she?
Then
Oh,
find
yeah.
me... Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
then find me the dragon flame armor. Dolores laughed, patting him on the shoulder. No, see? No, that was supposed
supposed
to
to
be
be me?
boy.
Connor, yeah.
Oh. Oh, then find me the dragon flame armor.
Silly boy. No one wears armor all day and night. It's just plain clunky and not suited to wandering around. You need something more adaptable.
Connor shrugged.
I can't wear what I haven't got. I can't wear what I haven't got. I can't wear what I haven't. I'm hungover.
She huffed.
A good point. Best get your weavers and spinners fashioning you some fitting garb. Follow me. I know Rombo, so the introductions would be best coming from me.
My weavers and spinners are under Xandafrey's instructions. She wants the army to look like living flame.
Dolores scoffed.
She would. Got a high opinion of herself, that one.
As they carried on up the stairs, the branches grew stouter. Some of their tops were flat like small pathways and meandered all the way to the boughs' ends where the leaves shaded small huts woven like huge birds' nests.
Folks live up here?
Where'd it go? Connor asked.
Mostly pixies. They left the underground when the drow took it over. The drow didn't have the correct sense of humor to mix with them, if you know what I mean.
To mix with any, Yosaku said. I should know. I don't think one cracked a smile until Connor turned up.
Then, you know why the pixies shifted, and shift they did. This place couldn't be more removed from their ancestral home, but it suits them. What's the point in living underground if you've got wings?
Aren't pixies supposed to be small?
Connor asked.
I mean, like, really small? Like about 6 inches small? Those nests must be 4 freaking feet tall.
They were once, but the outside agreed with them, and they thrived and grew. Now, well, they're not much shorter than you.
Really? Cool. But they've still got wings and fit bods. At least I hope they have. I think that's a good place to end it.
Is it?
Is it done?
Man. No, we
Is that a strange term?
I'm kind of
Fit
having fun.
bods?
Let's keep on going. I'm having fun too. I'm having a blast. We got more to get to, but little interlude and we'll go on. So, wow, that's okay. All right. So they got some fit bods, but what was the name of the one in Peter Pan? She was nice looking.
Tinkerbell.
Is it Tinkerbell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's actually a line that I was saying. I was jumping right back into it.
Oh, fuck. A good-looking 6-inch fairy. I don't know where I am. I'm
Yeah.
just reading random words.
Okay. Well, we're gonna come back. We are doing a little interlude. This is a
As
perfect
soon
time.
as you were like, we're done, I was like, oh, good, I can turn my brain off again. And I couldn't. I actually couldn't.
Okay, no, we're we got Mixmaster Ahmed in the wings saying we're gonna cut. We are cutting. Thank you very much to
I'm getting the shepherd's crook.
our author, Dragon's Mist author.
Ember Lane.
Ember Lane.
Thank you,
Thank
Ember
you.
Lane, for requesting. We need to put another request poll up, so make sure to check our Facebook group to see what's next. I mean, we still have the list of everything else that's been up, but now we're doing one request every 2 weeks again. So instead of 3, it used to be requests only the show, but we don't have time to do 3 anymore. So it's just whoever's on top.
Yeah.
Their request done. So make
So if
sure
you're
any
an author.
authors or any fans who request certain things, make sure you're bringing an entourage of people with you to vote on that shit, to make sure
right.
yours is the one that gets read.
Shannon
Bring 'em all
Pimlick says,
in.
the faces everyone is making makes me wish that there were visuals for audiobooks. And I think
Hey, maybe we should do
Yeah.
that.
I was thinking
we
maybe
should
we could
just-
make some bonus features,
Could we just make an entire audiobook that has
Is also
us-
filmed.
It's also filmed. That's never been done, but
Or just
Be
stills.
interesting.
Like
You didn't hear it here.
I think we need to do like a distilled version, like a sort of like a director's cut, no, special features. Remember when
Yeah.
DVDs had the special features and there were little
the
bonus
making
things?
of.
Yeah.
So you come up with the best lines and
Yes.
We should release a DVD because no one has the ability to play them anymore.
Right.
it would be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Cool.
super conceptual art project.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna
can
make
buy
this
the
thing that
DVD.
nobody can ever look at.
They'll come back.
Yarn.
They'll
And
be
we're
like
gonna
records.
make it our senior art
Yeah,
project.
Actually, that's what we should do. We should put our audiobooks
on vinyl.
Vinyls.
For get
But-
200 vinyls.
Yes,
Wandering
bloopers reels. We do need
Yeah.
bloopers reels.
Yeah, we do.
I think
We do.
that's something that's possible in the near future, in the not that near, but pretty kind of near.
I think bloopers reels
Yeah.
are a good idea.
I think we'll start collecting.
Definitely.
We need blooper reels.